Okay, hi, hello there. Hello, Ice and Oxide, good morning to you. Hello, Blaze Rider, have a nice lurk. Hello, Richard, and hello, Oscu. How are you all today? So, so I updated my computer yesterday after putting off Windows updates forever, and unfortunately, the update completely killed my audio. I kind of have it working now, but it's definitely not perfect. So let me know if you can hear me all right and stuff, please. I'll need to be making some adjustments here, I'm sure. Um, so I'll be testing one bit of my stream setup at a time. But how's it right now? You can hear me? Okay. How do I sound? Do I sound worse than normal or okay, or it does sound like usual? Okay. That's good. I am not getting any sound from the game I'm trying to play at the moment, which is weird because I just fixed that. I guess it does not like me today. Um, let's see if I can troubleshoot that while we talk about stuff. But yeah, feel free to discuss whatever it is you like. Oh, that's why. Okay, cool. I have sound. No, no, don't spoiler. Don't spoiler it for me. All right, so that's good. That's good. Here, let me swap over to just chatting for a minute here. There, hello. And unfortunately, like this came right after my USB hub died, or one of them died. Um, so let's see how this goes. Is everything working okay for you guys? I'll try looking around and whoa, whoa, whoa. Camera's new placement seems okay-ish, maybe. Hello, Jam Blue Jam. How are you this morning, or whatever time it is there? Yeah, I might need to to swap my camera and microphone again because my eyes kind of like look around weird the way it is. I don't know. You want a 360 no scope? Okay, let's try. Did not work. I tried though. I tried. That's the important part. But yeah, so how was your week, everybody? Excuse me. Yeah, my eyes are definitely having trouble because with my old placement it kept glitching out because of my microphone placement. So that's kind of a problem. My voice is very soft, so I need to move the microphone fairly close and turn the gain up quite a lot so that it will pick me up at all. And that's caused me all kinds of technical difficulties, and yeah, I don't even know where to look. How do I do this? Oh. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There you go. There was a nice 360. How was that? I did it. I've learned. I've learned. I have the power now. I lost my chat though. Okay, hi. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Let me get some water. I'm already thirsty. I'm sure I glitched out there too, but that's okay. Anyway, so aside from all the technical issues I've had this week, unfortunately I did have to cancel a few streams. I was trying to stream more regularly, but that doesn't really seem to be working out very well. But hopefully in the future I will be able to be more consistent again and all of that good stuff. But speaking of which, I have done the math on Final Fantasy XIV. I mean, it's just rough math, but so I need to beat Realm Reborn. I need to beat Heavensward. I'm moving my hands, but you can't see to tally these off. I also need to do Stormblood and Shadowbringers. And I have who knows how many months until the next expansion comes out. It's supposed to come out in fall at some point, unless it gets delayed. But fall is a rather vague time frame, because that could mean the beginning of fall, it could mean the end of fall. Who knows, right? So that's something I'm gonna have to figure out. Yes, I do have quite a lot of chapters to catch up on. And hi, Spanner, and thank you for contributing to the YouTube thing, which I also need to figure out, but I am learning some skills, I just can't show them yet. But, so each expansion is basically like a standalone RPG in terms of the amount of content there is. Plus, there are extra chapters to bridge the expansions in the middle. And Realm Reborn is especially long, I guess, because it's like the whole base game and everything. So there's a lot to get through here. And only so many months to do it. So we're looking at probably 200 hours of Final Fantasy XIV coming up. And I don't know how excited you guys are for that or not. But basically I will need to do quite a lot more streaming per month to even cover that much. It's not so long anymore. Okay. But it's still gonna take me a while. Yeah, and I assume that we want me to play other games as well at some point. I know I've started like 20 games I haven't finished. And I'll probably be trying to finish at least half of those at some point. So yeah, that's a lot. Quite a lot to go through. You need to suffer Sonic 06 again? Okay, yeah, I'll add a goal for that too, I keep forgetting. Or rather, I've been busy with other things like my audio breaking and stuff. But let's see. Thankfully, the grinding seems low right now. It doesn't seem like a lot of side quests are necessary at this point. Maybe by the time I get to Shadowbringer, since that's the newish content, I won't have to grind so much. I mean, I won't have to grind so much on the way there, but once I get there, then it will slow down, possibly. But I don't want to become a Final Fantasy XIV only streamer, so I guess I will need to just stream a lot more so that I can play other games as well. But I will try not to start more than one new single player game per month. I know I've mentioned wanting to start Dragon Ball Kakarot at some point because we've been talking a lot about Dragon Ball in my friends group. Don't overwhelm myself. Yeah, that's I would like to avoid that. But also I do want to play games because I don't play mini games off stream. I will occasionally do some grinding for the RPG streams, which I need to get back into more. Um, though if I'm doing 200 hours of Final Fantasy 14, then I guess we are going to be playing a lot of RPGs. Uh, I wouldn't worry about doing it in time for fall. The issue is that some of my friends want me to raid with them in the fall. So even if it's going to be a casual group, which I am led to believe that it's a casual group, I'd still not want to make them wait too long with that once that gets going. So I would like to be caught up to endgame within 2 weeks to 1 month of the expansion coming out. So yeah, there's a lot to do. I won't like kill myself over it. I'll do my best to pace it out a bit, but that is a slight concern that I'm realizing, because it seemed like there was lots of time, but now I'm realizing just how much content there is. And once, as you say, once I reach Shadowbringers, there's Beast Tribe quest for each day. That's good, that's good. I remember doing Beast Tribe quests a lot. But of course you need to reach that point in the game to get those quests, so I will need to at least catch up a bit. And hello, Woomy, how are you? I hope that you are well. What else did I want to talk about today? I don't know. But sound is okay at the moment, I hope. Let me get some water. Shadowbringers beast tribes are especially generous. That's good. Sounds still fine? Okay, great. So let's see here. So I'm gonna try to play more. Um, the only issue is that I have a deadline coming up in like less than a month. So I don't know how consistent I can be. At some point I'm probably gonna have to take some days off for work, or possible week or two off. Hopefully it won't come to that, but I'm just letting you guys know just in case. And let's see here. What else was I gonna talk about? Maybe I'll do polls on the Discord or something for asking you guys which games you would like me to play in addition to Final Fantasy 14. But I was thinking about continuing excuse me, like alternating between the platformers I've started before, like getting back into excuse me, to Mario Galaxy or Banjo-Kazooie, or all of those, and then maybe having like an action RPG like Dragon Ball Kakarot or Dark Souls or something on the side too, and maybe just taking turns with those. But I will try to finish one expansion per month or two. Oh, I don't know if I have those games Oxide, so I kind of have to go with what I have at the moment. I might have humble codes for those, so I'll check, but because there's probably like hundreds of games that I have that I don't know that I have because of humble at this point. I know what pace suits me. I'm really not sure what pace suits me. Uh, especially because I usually only do, I don't know, 20 to 30 hours of streaming per month, and not a lot of gaming off of stream. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to playing more and the new pace and all of that. But anyway, speaking of which, I should probably swap over to Final Fantasy XIV soon so that I can try to get on track with that. But you know, while we're testing things here and just chatting, feel free to ask whatever you want if there's something you guys want to talk about or whatever. And I'll start logging into the game. Um, but in the meantime, feel free to ask whatever or say any topics, or okay, an authentication error occurred. So I guess we won't be playing Final Fantasy XIV for some time now. Gotta get this working again. Sure, I'm glad I didn't swap over already. My throat is a little bit raspy for some reason today. Maybe it's because the cold weather came back. It looks like Final Fantasy XIV hasn't even launched 5.5 patch yet, which means that I have maybe more time than I thought I did before the new expansion. So we will find out. It but I guess it's better to get ahead while I can, than drag my feet on it and have to like rush through, if that makes sense. Because one of the reasons I got burned out on Final Fantasy is having to like always rush through expansions at like an uncomfy pace, I guess I should put it that way. Yeah, because like usually I like to take my time and enjoy myself with an RPG. Although I'm sure some of my friends are rolling their eyes at that, who have known me for a long time, because there was a time I used to beat like an RPG every week back when I had like free time. But alright, I'm getting some messages. Um but yeah, it's still more fun to be able to take your time with it. If I'm trying to get to Endwalker by fall, I'll burn out. Uh, maybe. I guess I'll just play at whatever pace and hope that I'll get there by fall, but I guess not pressure myself quite so much. Excuse me. I guess I'll have to talk to my friends and see like what their expectations are for the raid group, and like if they want us to be ready for it like right when the expansion comes out, or usually there's like a 2 week period where you can't even do in game, uh and maybe 2 more weeks before the raid opens, so maybe I can take more time than I thought. Uh, but yeah, I'll have to talk to them and at least get on the same page about that. And yeah, I do like enjoying world record pace. Actually, there was a time when I made an sorry, I'm getting messaged during this. There was a time when I got to the end game raid while I was still a sprout because of how quickly I got through the game for an alt that I made to play with one of my old raid teams who moved to the European server, so I had to make a European server character, which I later moved to a different server. Anyway, I don't know why I'm suddenly getting messages right now, but hey. Okay. Anyway. Actually, it was pretty funny because a lot of people noticed that I still had the Sprout icon even though I was in-game raids, and they're like, why are you here? Why are you here? Aren't you a new player with like barely any play hours? I'm like, yeah, I just got here. But I also had to like skip all the cutscenes for that, so it wasn't the most enjoyable rush to the end. Anyway, so is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Otherwise, let's try swapping over here. Okay. Testing. As you can see, I have a fancier thing than the black bar that was there over chat before. Is everything else working though? Is the sound okay? Can you hear it? I know Windows kind of broke a lot. Hello, Sleepy Sixy. Seems to be working? Great. I hate all these pop-ups though. And are the audio levels still okay? Yeah, it's very subtle at the moment, but usually it gets a lot louder in combat and stuff. Which we can test that out, I guess. Actually, do we want to do a dungeon? What level is our story quest? It's 18 and we are 29, so we're a bit ahead. Okay, I guess we don't need to worry about doing roulettes right now. So let's just get on with the story then after I get some water, because I'm already dying. Oh right, but I have to change the category over. The sound is stuttery? Really? Oh no, it stopped? Okay. Just let me know how it is and hopefully it will be okay. Thank you, Roku. A burial is no easy thing, even when the departed is a stranger. Were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you, Roku? A pleasure, my dear Isambard. The name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust, more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. You believe it's the usual issues? Okay, that's fair enough. Prostration, prayer, penance. Abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession? The good sister Orson herself. Orson, she wouldn't. She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend. And you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquis, I'd swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Alright, let's see. The gear we have vastly outclasses all of this, so it doesn't really matter, but I'll just pick whatever's appropriate at least. For the children, Isambard is concerned about the questions surrounding Sister Orson's integrity. Sister Orson, it cannot be. Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own. Ugh, my throat already. Good thing I hydrate for free, right guys? Though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it is not uncommon to see her speaking to the children. But no, it could not be she, could it? Hi Yana, still awake? It must be really late there. But alright, I will hydrate again for you, Yana. Here you go. I hope you'll sleep well when you do, Yana. I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, Roku, and see if you cannot glean something from him about Orson's activities. Still awake? I understand. I was up pretty late yesterday too. Oh, Richard, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Yana. That was very kind of you. That was very nice of you. How do I get out of this city? Okay, I think I found the right path. Okay, so we're headed back to the church now. Wait, what? Oh, they're sending me to there. Okay. I'm like, that quest marker is not getting any closer today. Maybe I should have shaken a chocobo. Oh well, it gives us more time to talk about stuff, I guess. So how are you all today? Nice weather we're having, right? In wonderful Drybone, where it's always raining. Why is it always raining in Drybone? Yeah. It's kinda too bad I can't, like, let you use those emotes normally, though. Especially since you're the one who made them. Thank you again for making them, Yana. I really appreciate that. It's too bad we can't pick who gets emotes for free and stuff. Although I guess I did set emote unlocking for points very low. So if everybody watches, gets the watch streak thing, then people can just unlock them all that way. But unfortunately that only lets you keep them for like 1 day or something. And unfortunately there's a lower limit to how many points I'm allowed to set it to. Like I can't make it like cost 1 point, unfortunately. I believe 80 is the cheapest, or at least it was back when I set it. Please help. Sister Orson went out all on her own and hasn't come back yet. She always reads to me right here about Dahl and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Oh, that's very kind of you, Yana. Thank you. I always thought the view here was pretty cool. Although for the most part I'm not that into deserts. I grew up near a desert. Level 13 enemies, oh boy. Well, they're not going to pose much of a threat, I don't think. Yeah, they can't even hit me very much. I keep dodging passively. I can't wait until I get some of my cooler higher level moves, though. Well, she wasn't working with the pikemen. The zombie people, or whatever they are. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given to him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. You know what, let's just spend the money and warp back. Grab some water during the loading times, because why not? Alright. Sister Orson was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods fortend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for mementos of orphans? And risking her own well-being in the doing, no less? Certainly not. Hello, Faldania. Thank you very much for the bits. You're off work today, right? I hope, so that you can hang out and enjoy. I hope you have a good day here. Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. You do have today off? That's good, that's good. Let's see, as soon as that... Amalja wrong places. Oh, you want to name a character Roku's the best? That's embarrassing. Alright, who do you want to name that? Maybe a retainer or something. But in case it wasn't clear earlier, the Amalja are a beast tribe here, similar to the bird people. They're like lizard people, I think. Who do you want to name that, young? Isambard seems to have a message for you from Thancred. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister Orson. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. If only I were a healer and could heal her injuries, you know? It's too bad it doesn't let me do that very much in this game. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now, on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding the disappearances. I'm okay. I'm just sleepy and my throat is a bit dry because the weather's become cold here again. So I apologize if my voice cracks a lot. How do I get out of this town? This is not the right way, I don't think. Where am I going? Hello? Maybe out this door? Okay, we went in a big circle. Oh, I think it's up this ramp then. Spring break? I take it you're not looking forward to spring break? Does it get really busy there, I take it? Even with COVID, though? No, you're not looking forward to it? I understand. I wasn't one for big spring break vacations, personally. I always thought that thing over there is cool. Those big crystals there are, even with COVID, oh no. Actually, that might make it worse, because, well, at least I hope people are wearing their masks and stuff. These are part of that big dragon's flare that got crystallized off in the distance here. I thought that was pretty cool, though. I'm not too big on deserts, but there are some cool parts here. Hello, Thancred. Ah, there you are, Roku. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister Orson. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the core rose were misplaced. Don't come to Florida? Okay, I will take your word for that. I mean, it couldn't possibly be that corrupt merchant from earlier, could it? But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister Orson near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let's just say that I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Roku. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Yeah, sure, send me to do all the dirty work. That's fine, I know how it is. Thankfully, I am super high level. I can just, like, walk up to this guy. Yo! I know you're like an aggressive enemy because you have that red mark above your head, but I'm just too powerful. They won't even take a swing at me. Look at me. Yeah, come on. Come on. Afraid of me, aren't you? That's okay, I would be afraid of me too. Look at me, I'm like 2 feet tall. I come up to your knee? Is that a knee? Yeah. But you can't take me. I'm sorry. You don't mind me just like breaking into your camp and like stealing your secret plans, right? Hey, I took your secret plans for your world domination or whatever, or the people you're kidnapping. You just gonna let me do that? You just gonna let me do that? Alright, bye. No wonder they sent me. The enemies are afraid to even touch me. Yeah, he doesn't seem to mind at all, you're right. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? This leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? And these bits about Naldthal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the end at Camp Tribrone. Let's see what Sister Orson makes of it. And we're just gonna go ahead and warp back and save a minute of travel time while I hydrate again. Somehow I have almost finished my entire water bottle, despite the fact that it's a fairly big one. Now this quest, I believe, always threw me off because, as you can see here, the quest marker's in here, but on the map it looks like she would be outside of the city, even though she's just deep underground. You will share your choco milk. Thank you. My savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? I suspect that is exactly what's going on. The plot thickens, Roku. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere. But I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Let's see here. It's out here, I believe. I think we have time to get to the boss today. Posing as a priest? To think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Roku. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. Grab whatever. I forgot to get a retainer, I should do that soon. Dress to deceive. Isambard wants to help you identify and apprehend the false priest. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them. But unless we can identify the culprit, and soon, more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promises to lure the poor. Let Roku and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. Ah, I dare to hope that this will yield us the answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I'm next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs, so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve well. You have my thanks. Listen, Roku. So as to lay the foundations for a little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at camp and are desperate for coin. I mean, that makes sense. To that end, I want you to don the garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. So basically, we're gonna dress up like poor people in hopes of getting the attention of the bad guy. Let's see here. I think I want the weathered tunic, the weathered slops. Okay, cool. And I need to remember to swap my gear back after this, because otherwise I have really lousy level 1 gear. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for you, like. Begone, and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. Oh, da. You're always so rough on refugees, aren't you? I preach the teachings of Azimia, a warden. Hast thou come to partake in the honey of her wisdom? Azimia is keeper of the sun and goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. At least that person didn't like send me away. How do I get up there? Maybe I can jump off this railing here. This is a rather oddly designed part of the town. Okay, there are stairs. Alright. What is it? Not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Wow. How rude. Oh, that might not have been the person I was supposed to talk to anyway. They just happened to be directly above the person I was supposed to talk to. Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of Sandgate. These guys are so rude. Hello, Goodman. Yeah, unfortunately it took like 5 hours to fix, but for the most part it's fixed. I have just a tiny bit of static left with the solution I picked. It must be straight below me. But mostly it's okay. How are you doing? And I was just about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. Wow. Why do people even come to Ul'dah? I guess there's not a lot of choice, but they aren't very receiving of the poor. You're still at work? Ah, your lunch is coming up though? That's good. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Roku. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants. And though we are unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, to the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in this disguise. Okay, so unfortunately we cannot change yet. Let me make sure, oh, probably want this one. And make sure there's no hunt targets here that I need to deal with. And let's see. Out there, huh? Okay. At least there's some green in this part of the desert. It's not completely dead. It's still not my favorite biome. Like I said, I grew up near a desert, so I'm not super fond of them. This oasis is nice though. There's some nice flowers and stuff here. Ah, and there's Thancred. Somehow he teleported out here while we were admiring the flowers or whatever. Hey, Thancred. A fine day for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Roku. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left then is to wait for our quarry to appear. And here they are, I assume. Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. You're not sure how Limsa would take refugees, but Gridania would only do so if the elements approve. Yeah, that's fair. And of course, Ishgard also not too happy of outsiders. Yeah, kind of rough all around, isn't it? Who are you? What do you want? Hold on, I got a message. Sorry. Be at ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I'm a priest of the Order of Nald'thal, and I come to offer you succor. The leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of penury. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you wouldn't have made a god's awful mummer, Ungust. Wow, it's the suspicious guy. Who would have thought it would be the suspicious guy who's been our enemy for the last, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours of the game? What? How did you know? You tricked me! How did he not recognize us? Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I'm a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there if not born. Some months ago, the Malja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them, few as they were. Everyone lived in fear. Hello, Macrobravo. How's it going? I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew. And so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. I mean, that's pretty brave, I guess. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. I mean, I do have to give him credit. Oh no, it's me reading, yeah. I do have to give this guy credit. He is sharing a lot of information with us without us even having to beat him up or anything. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the venerable and give them over to the Malja. I didn't have a choice. Hello, Shiro. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence? You could have sought the aid of the mortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Malja pay me. At least he's being honest, I guess. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets? Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your content. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourself or the gods. That's similar to a line from Final Fantasy Tactics. Ah, not you again. Were you the one leaking the Mortal Flames patrol routes to the enemies as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter. There'll be time enough to learn the truth. Roku, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? I assume that means the Waking Sands. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Assuming they're alive. Is this game a monthly subscription? It is, but there's also a free trial that I believe extends through the end of the first expansion, which is like level 60. So you can try it quite a lot without having to pay to see if you like it or not. Is this what I want? Yes. Okay, good, I did have them. Thank you, whoever told me about that. I think it was Ice, but I'm not 100% sure. And hello, Ken. How are you today? Among Us? Well, not today. Not playing Among Us today. Actually, I that game gives me a lot of anxiety because when I'm the killer, I can't kill. So you're sleepy? Me too. But I decided to force myself to stream because I haven't been able to in a few days. I hope you're able to get whatever work or things you need to do done, even though you're sleepy as well. Yeah, 12 work tickets is quite a lot. That should cover most of my visits. Welcome back, Roku. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before all is said and done. Oh, nice. Hey, we can become a white mage now. Maybe I will take a short side trip and do those quests at some point. Life, materia, and everything. Minfilia would like you to meet this distinguished individual. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mudamix Bubblypots, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Okay, so I guess this quest is part of the main storyline. I thought that they cut it out, but I guess I just didn't remember what part they put it in. Mudamix is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mudamix and his students, it has now been disseminated to the greatest benefit for all the realm. Excuse me. It would serve you well to acquaint to understanding of the process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mudamix and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft for you. Mudamix is ever to be found at his camp at Central Thonolin, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. You need to get some sleep, Richard? Well, thank you very much for coming by. I hope that you are able to sleep quite well. And thank you again for gifting a sub to Yana. I hope that you will sleep quite well today. Oops. Did I? Oh no, I am still teleporting. Let me grab some water while I'm teleporting. All of this reading really dries out my throat. But with any luck, I will get used to it more with practice, and it will help my streaming stamina get better too, so I can play more games more. Depending on how busy my real life is. I'd really like to stream like 40 to 50 hours a month. If I can work that out. I believe I'm at 25-ish hours for this month, so I might not make it this month, but maybe next month. Who is Uplander come to tent ring of Mudamix Bubblypots? I'm surprised there's a cutscene here. Fighty tools, drinks, and Aries self? When full of airy self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of Materia. If Materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Big Eyes Fighty Tool gains power of airy self. Budamix is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Minfilia. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mudamix with fastness. Minfilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mudamix, yes? Here's my invisible dagger. Fighty Tool is unstrung as eating tool. Make good Teachy show of power of Materia. So Materia will let me add stats to my gear. Early in the game it's not really very useful because I go through gear so quickly, but later in the game it will be more important. The Materia Master. I don't believe it sinks down if... level sinks down, I should say. If like if you do low level dungeons, so it's especially useless in low level dungeons, but maybe they changed that. Now Eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Basically they're teaching me how to add Materia to gear, except they do it in really weird language. Fighty Tool gain power of Materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander take Fighty Tool to Minfilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by drawing out the etheric constituents from a piece of equipment and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you. It must have sufficient spirit bond, that being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mudamix turned that dagger of yours from Summit as would struggle to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. I'm sorry if I struggle with these accents. Uplander wishes to be joiner of materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowing of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learning ones of Mudamix. Alright, thanks. For a tutorial, it sure was difficult to understand, but thankfully I already more or less know how to do this. Alright, we are heading back to Waking Sands now, right? Yes. These warp tokens are super useful. Already it saved us two large runs. Hello Fiddlejock, how are you? Let me get some more water. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, my water's empty already, guys. I've already gone through a whole thing of water. Only an hour into the stream. Well, I might need a little break to refill my water and water pitcher and all of that in a minute. But for now, let's head into the Waking Sands. Actually, you know, I better do that right now. Okay, so I will be right back momentarily during this load time. I'm gonna get more Sorry about that. Okay, I am back. Alright, where did I put my controller? Okay. Yes. Sorry about that. Hopefully you can hear me alright again. Test, test, test. Okay. Welcome back, Roku. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Here's the dagger. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate this substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize such efforts are worthwhile. As I'm sure you're aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference needed between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Roku, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discussed the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. And let's see, I learn... What? Oh, that's interesting. They start giving out equipment too. That could be useful, although it's a rather low level coffer, but maybe... Let me try that out. How does this work? Do I need to use it in a town? By the current job or class? Huh. Let's try it. I got an elm crook, which is what I'm already using, but hey. Oh, Lord of the Inferno. Nice. I guess we are doing the boss now. Minfilia would like to assist you... assist the Immortal Flames. Hi, Doodle Cat. How's it going? Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Mortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. These Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance. The Mortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Roku. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Of course I am. Before he left, he bade me to tell you to save some for him. Such is his confidence in you, and confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Oh no, you have to revise 125 pages of your lesson? That's a lot. I wish you the best of luck with that. Hopefully it won't end up being as bad as it sounds, but I wish you the best of luck. Oh, banged my water bottle on the desk, sorry. It's okay if you don't want to answer this, but are you like a teacher or a teacher's assistant or something? Let's see. Ah, good. I did go in the right building. Ah, you're Roku, Avatar of the Science? My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and price from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The Lizardmen aren't aware of their man. Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, we can deploy only a small contingent. Every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. Your teacher will be testing you soon on everything you learned since September? Oh wow, that's a lot. Oh, I gotcha. Basically, you're reviewing hundreds of pages. I see. That's a lot of months all on one test, though. But I'm sure you can do it if you're starting this early. I'm sure that you'll do a good job. I hope. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot. If the mission succeeds, Roku, let's make sure it does. Interesting. And that is there. Okay. Don't mind me, I can't even find my way out of this city. Oh, the test is tomorrow? Well, at least you're not starting tomorrow, right? But in that case, best of luck to you. Okay. I believe we have a lot of big battles coming up, finally. Sorry there hasn't been like any combat today. Pretty much. I mean, I fought like 2 zombies or something, and then I mocked some Amalja for not attacking me, but you know, there will be combat here soon. Just have to head up here. You know the stuff, but you're just revising because you forgot some small details? Well, that's good. Hello? Hello, Mr. Big Zombie Man. I'm just gonna walk by you. Oops. Here we go. But yeah, if you've already been a good student and you know it, then that's good. Okay, so we're going to sink down to 24 and go do this quest. If it's the one I think it is, then it is kind of a hard one. Is the bait in place? Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. I don't know if we can trust this guy, but honestly I kind of forget. Wah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh ho. We're totally surrounded. Hee hee hee. Ah, you did sell us out. Ah ha 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 ha. Oh, him too. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Mortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? 'Twas almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. That is a creepy smile on that guy's face. Ah, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Hee hee hee. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Really? They're just gonna let him get away? Well, I guess we have other things to deal with here. That's alright, I can hopefully take them. I think the only hard part about this battle is that I have to deal with the NPCs too. And they don't count as party members, so they're rather difficult to keep alive. Especially if they're going to stand in the fire. I can't even see the life bar of that one way over there. Please stop standing there. This poor guy, he's like standing in so many attacks. I'm not even gonna get a chance to attack. Why isn't the gladiator taking heat off of this poor pugilist? I feel so bad for him. Your internet machine broke? Oh, I'm glad it's back now, unless you're like on a phone or something. Oh, here's the gladiator. I can't heal fast enough. They must have a lot of HP though to be able to survive this many attacks. Okay. At least we're finally making like some progress here. I can actually like do some attacks. Unfortunately, targeting NPCs to heal them is kind of a pain in this game. I'm gonna try doing the AoE heal, but it didn't used to work. Yeah, it does not work. Hee, how long can you last, I wonder? Oh, there's so many guys. There's so many guys. Please let me target them. I lost one of them. Where is he? Okay, there he is. You don't think healing's necessary? Maybe not. At this point, we're probably good. Oh no, there's way more enemies. I feel bad if they die though. Oh, they're actually attacking me now. Hee, the show is only just beginning. Actually, I should probably not attack the boss, because sometimes attacking the boss causes more enemies to trigger. I don't think that like the enemies do they have another healer besides me? I guess somebody healed me, but I don't know who. Oh, there we go. Did I do enough damage then? Or no, we lost? Did we lose? Put up your weapon or your comrade's a dead man. Fair enough, Fiddlejock. Well, thank you for coming all the same. Behind you! Oh, well, we lost. Bring him. The rest of you, march. Traitorous scum. Well, and thus ends our adventure, guys. Hope you enjoyed our playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, good. We're alive. We're alive. And we're not even like tied up or anything. They're going to kill us, aren't they? I don't want to die. I want to go home. I fear the Malja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. It's too bad you don't get to fight it for, yeah. Okay, we've got it open now. We're gonna go kill their god or whatever, I don't know. How do I do that? Here? Let's see. Wait. Okay. Thankfully we don't have to wait too long. At least... Thanks, Yana. At least assuming this goes through. We're waiting on one more DPS. Oh, Harne, thank you very much for raiding. Hello, Shani, hello, Kai, hello, Golden Magpie, hello, Death Metal, hello, Donnie, hello, Dogs, hello, Sarves, hello, Alex the Pun Guy. Sorry, I'm in a cutscene, so I kind of have to hurry. Lord of the Inferno, hearken to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. I'll greet everyone else later. Hello, Ball. Hello, Delta Mech. Hello, Tenchi. Oh, mighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno. Your humble servants beseech you. Grace us with your divine presence. You were playing Wander Song? How did the stream go? I hope you had fun. Oh, and hi Kay, and thank you very much for resubscribing. We're gonna kill this false god thing or whatever, I don't know. How many times have I gone through the main scenario? A lot. Too many times. Oh, mighty Ifrit, we bring you before you ignorant savages who know not of your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame and mark them as your own. Bring those two as well. Although, mostly I had skipped cutscenes. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. So this is my first time like replaying the actual storyline while reading it in a while. None but the servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Nice guy. And yeah, Askew, it is Ifrit. We're about to fight our first major boss of the game. Oh, mighty Ifrit. My one true god. Hi, Mark. Is audio better? I think so. Is it working for you guys? Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Aha, too bad for you, I have the echo. Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another? Yes, that is the only explanation. Hi, Vegeta. It's okay, Vegeta. It's good to see you, though. Yeah, I have main protagonist powers. Forsooth, thy frail mortal frame can serve as vessel to the blessings of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the goddess blessed number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. I mean, you can try. You think he can burn me with those tiny little fires, though? Okay. It's too bad they put that cutscene when people are waiting though. Okay. So this battle kind of threw me off the first time, because the AoEs look different compared to like other parts of the game. Delta Mech, thank you very much for following. I hope you'll have a comfy time here as we play through the next 200 hours of Final Fantasy XIV and other games. See, like there, it looked like if you were in that little crack of fire that you would already get hit by it. But no, it's just that some of the AoEs in this game look special for whatever reason. Oh wait, the nail's up. We need to kill that in a certain amount of time or we all die. But he will explode periodically and do a knockback, and hopefully the tank won't bring him over to the nail. Okay, cool. So now he's gonna come and do his ultimate attack, but we destroyed the nail, so it doesn't hurt that much. Now I need to get away before we get scorched. Okay, we still got scorched, but it's fine. Oh, get out of that. Okay. We should have this under control now, I think. Oh, right. But he's on to his final phase now, so he's going to be doing some cooler stuff now. Probably not necessary to do that heal there. I was indeed raided. Harune was very kind and raided me. I'll need to catch up on that in a second, though. Yeah, we did it! We beat our first major boss. It's kind of just a tutorial, but still. So anyway, let me catch up on chat. I hope I didn't miss saying hello to anybody. I apologize if I did, since it was a cutscene. You had a good time, Harney, and it was fun? That's good, that's good. I'm glad you had fun with your game. Now we get our next crystal thing, which they still haven't really explained yet, but hey, we got it. Now we have two, I think. Although I've played this part of the game so many times now. Let's see, to answer your question, Kai, I played it on my initial character. They will be relevant in Endwalker? I'm not sure. Pray forgive my lateness. I played through it again to play with my raid buddies who moved to the European data center. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. And then I played through it. Phew. I started playing through it again with Charlie. And was that it? So this is the fourth time for some of this stuff, I think. I see the Bloodstorm wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. We got you now, Ungust, or whatever your name is. Thank you for contributing, Mark. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Roku. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. That is a lie. That is a lie. You're gonna leave me alone so many times in this game, I'm sure. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire, and I survived. I have not played the Final Fantasy VII Remake yet. I'm surprised it's coming out in June already, unless you're talking about the PS5 port with like one new quest. I see my cat is woken up. Noxide, thank you also for contributing. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surroundings. Camp Drybone, shall we say? Sorry. Hello, Haru. My cat's name is Haru, in case you're wondering. She just turned 8, like a week ago. This way, sir. We don't know her exact birthday because, I got her at, like, a shelter. But yeah, she's probably 8-ish now. Do you have any thoughts on Final Fantasy VII? So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Wilda interference into account. I mean, he was only like level 20-ish. Your Final Fantasy XIV character is named Haru, and we were rated by a Haru Nehe. What a coincidence today. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland, given the troubles at the court. We have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading. Not that there were aught worth to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Yes. I'm just gonna say yes. Perhaps. But that is but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. I assume that means she's just gonna punish him herself, but you know. With allies like that, who needs friends? I mean enemies, sorry. Beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. I'm still waking up, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, everybody left already, so thank you everybody. It's weird that they put the cutscene in the middle of the fight though. I'm glad that they kind of fixed that later in the game. Use this as a request to pet Precious Heart. Okay, Vegeta, you got it. But I was actually petting her the whole time. I was in that cutscene. I still am. Ah, there you are, Roku. Come, rest a while. You will have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Although I should say, for those who aren't too familiar with the game, there are hard versions of a lot of these earlier bosses that we fight that have like they're made for 8 people groups instead of 4 people groups, and they're much stronger and have more mechanics and are harder to fight. So we will get to that eventually. Now, where were we? Ah yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I have arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all of our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Roku. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Yeah, I have protagonist powers. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. Oh, come on, man. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. Donnie B, thank you very much for following. I hope you'll have a nice comfy time here. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Alright, and we are now headed back to the Waking Sands, and thankfully we still have 10 of these teleport tickets, which are very convenient. And it's a good chance for me to get some water. Alright. That was my main goal for today. It would be nice if I could unlock the next dungeon too, especially since I missed so many days of streaming due to Windows updates and my USB hub dying, and this has not been a good week for me for technical difficulties, but hopefully everything's okay now at least. Oh yeah, maybe we can do the White Mage quest too. Though I don't know exactly how much time I have here. I should have at least another hour, I think, before I need to get going. So hopefully we can at least make some good progress. I'll double check that in just a minute. Ah, the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Oh, I just have other life responsibilities after this, unfortunately. My late arrival nearly cost Roku his life. I wasn't there when the Malja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Or is it Ifrit? Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly, just as I'm failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Yeah, see, here I am. I'm fine. Barely a scratch on me. Roku, it's good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you have faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I have no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Malja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in their physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here. And the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Never mind, apparently I'm out of time already. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind are more concentrated source of ether, crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out for their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon towards which primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their gods become. Yeah, bad timing. But it's okay. Is the turnip also a primal? Maybe. We'll find out in 2 or 3 expansions. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give. And in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected. Yet even as Ifrit took your companions in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. You know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is though a great power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be unsurmountable in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The mortal flames assure me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of your respite, Roku. Hi again, Yana. I know. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. And that is also true. I think that's... We're just wrapping up, Yana, don't worry. Whether she intends to or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something. Something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Wow, really? They're gonna kill them? Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. It's really a shame because they're gonna kill them. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence leads strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. Sorry, I'm struggling to read anyway. My thread is dying as well. So I guess it's just as well that I'm ending soon. Okay, I got water. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Roku. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to Flame General for the losses his people have suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louis Fa would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. I like how, like, most of the NPCs just say that out loud. And with that, the quest is complete, and so is the stream, I guess. But well, thank you all so much for coming. We're gonna swap over to our end credits now, which I forgot to prepare because I'm out of practice as usual. But let's go roll those. Okay, Faldania, thank you very much for cheering. Oxide and Oscu, thank you for moderating. Donnie and Deltamech, thank you for following. Richard, thanks for gifting to Yana. I believe it was Richard. Kay, thank you for resubscribing. And Harune, thank you very much for the raid. I appreciate it, and I hope that you will all have a good day or night, depending on what time it is there. And we're gonna go raid. And who are we gonna raid? I'm sure it's a big surprise to all of you. But we're gonna go raid now. So thank you once more for coming. I hope you have a good day or night, everyone. Bye bye. Bye bye.